All right, Kenman here, and today we have another unboxing from Smokey Mountain Knife Works. I keep finding interesting knives there and picking them up. Here is another fresh package. Let's get right into it, find out what it is I got. That did not work. Let's just knife it. And we are in. Almost. Here we go. There we go. All right, what did I get from Smokey Mountain Knife Works this time? We have two new knives bag on the floor. Some paperwork over there. Is there a sticker in here? Often there is. There it is. A couple little coupon things, whatever. Not important. Here it is, the most important part. We have Cornelius and the Abominable SMKW Winter Series sticker. Very cool. Always fun to get some stickers. We have a couple Rough Ryder Aptas. What? Are we having Deja Vu? Deja Vu? Deja Vu? Deja Vu? Deja Vu? Here is my Rough Ryder Apta with copper VG10. I just got this recently. Listen. That sounds so great. Feels so fun. I liked it so much. I bought two more. Let's get into it. Which ones did I get? Which one first? This one. All right, here we go. Off screen. The Aptas are a nice kind of upgrade. They give you the pouch, the sealable. It's like a hard case pouch. They put some type of stiff liner in there. Very fun stuff. Got the silica, and then they also give you a tool, little emergency Torx, and a couple of screws. So some replacement screws if you ever have a problem, strip one out. Awesome stuff. All right, let's get this. Jeez, what did I just zip that on? Get this out of the way. Take a look at the first Apta. Ooh, yeah. So I pulled out the one that is different first. Lucky me. Bag on the floor. These are nice and cold. I'm in Minnesota. Just got these in the mail. Took them inside. Trying to warm them up quick. Here we go. Does it have the same sound? Not quite as snappy clicky on this one here, but we have a different style, no doubt about it. So this is the Rough Ryder Apta with the micarta handle and then a VG10 blade, but a Wharncliffe style blade. Look at that shape. I almost like this blade style a little bit more. I love a Wharncliffe. The pry tip on the other ones may not come in use as often, but a nice pokey tip like this, I dig it. So this is a little bit more like a standard slip joint sound. There is a little clickiness to it, but not quite as snappy as that other one. What a great looking style. The micarta feels excellent. VG10 on that blade. Excellent shape. I like all the silver, kind of brushed silver, kind of a gray, lighter silver accents, and then the shiny blade. Cool stuff. Nice half stop. Little clicky, but I mean, listen. Something about the copper is probably making it echo. Size-wise, pretty much the same. This isn't quite the same as a normal unboxing since I just did the Apta. I'm getting a couple more. We're just going to kind of compare and contrast, check all of them out together here. So size-wise, it's pretty much the same. Blade is obviously a little different. Handle looks like it's exactly the same style, size, width. Looks about the same. It almost looks like the micarta one is a little bit, yeah, it is a little bit wider on the butt end right there. So because of the contouring, it has a little bit more thickness to it. But other than that, they are pretty much the same. The bolster is virtually the same size. Anybody have an Apta? Which one do they have? Ooh. You know, the reason I got the copper was to do the Shipwreck. I love the Shipwreck project. But a really nice piece of micarta. This is more like if the one I was just going to carry and use all the time. I love the way micarta feels in the hand. Nice and grippy. Nice feel on in there. Just a good size. Good reach on that finger for some draw cuts. This could be like a nice daily type of a carry. Blade is centered nicely. Very solid this direction. Of course, it's going to move a little this way because it's got the slip joint. Really nice walk and talk on that half stop. All right, there it is. If anything, I notice this scale is perfect. This one here looks like it's just kicked off a little bit. If you notice, it kind of hangs off the edge here and it cuts in just a little bit there. Just a little flaw when that scale was attached. It's not quite perfectly on there. Nothing we're going to be able to do about that. Maybe, I don't know. Can take this apart. I was considering maybe doing a swap with the blade just to see if you could do it. And then when we take it apart, we might be able to push that scale over a little, but probably not. I'm not sure how it's just, if it's pressure, or if it goes underneath that, or how that's connected. I can't quite tell. We'll see if we take this one apart. I'm not sure if I will take this one apart. If I do, it'd just be to do a blade swap. But the other two we're taking apart for sure. And I will show you why in a second. Enjoy these Aptas? If so, hit the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Good feel. Same thing, branding, just has got the little China and the Rough Rider number right there. Nothing on this side, nice and clean. Lanyard loop, no pocket clip. Okay, let's look at the next one. Apta number 3. Boom, let's zoom back out here. Same situation, we've got that bag. There it is. And we have the screws and the tool, which is always a nice addition. And having little cases, that's great. That is great, especially on budget knives. Usually it's not as common. Here we are, another mini bag on the floor and a cold knife. Try to warm that thing up. So this is the Apta with brass. And it's got a little bit more click to it. There we are. Blade is centered. Nice and solid. Same little bit of branding on there, but we've got that wedge tip. So it's kind of more of that flat razor, but then you have this little, it's not sharp, but it's kind of almost designed to be like a pry bar, pry tool kind of a situation. Not quite as snappy. Little click. Much louder click, but let's take a look here. So I do shipwrecks. What is a shipwreck, Kenman? If you didn't know, this is a QSP Penguin, and I shipwrecked that handle right there. So this looked like that, and then I put it in a container with some chemicals, let it chill, hang out for a while, and this patina naturally occurred. Salt, ammonia, and the like. But it's a fun project. I like doing it. You get a lot of different varieties. More blues, less blues, kind of a marbly texture, real fun stuff. So I plan to do that to both of these. And I got one of each type so that we can see some comparisons. We've been talking a little bit doing the shipwrecks about the differences between brass and copper, how they react, what kind of color variety you can get from them. And now what we have is the same knife, the same look, one brass, one copper. I can put them in the same container and kind of have similar conditions. And then we can kind of see, compare and contrast the final results, see if there's something that happens with copper that doesn't with brass, or vice versa, or, you know, any type of fun experiments that we see and notice when we do it. Who's excited? Which one do you prefer? If you could only have one, would you get brass or copper? Tell me why. That's what I want to know, is why. Is it just because of the color that you like? You like that more kind of, I don't know, the copper color or the brass color? The shinier, brighter, or the duller, kind of more orange? I don't know. I think they both look cool. I'm just intrigued to see what kind of variations we can get. I'm going to close both these up for a second. Let's do a comparison here. So this is a mold. Clearly a molded situation. This could be a piece that they got and then someone went in with a tool and physically made these marks and dents and things. But when you hold up two side by side and you notice that they are exactly the same, that is clearly a mold. So that mold was created and then they liquefied the copper or the brass, poured it in, and then ended up with this pattern, because you can see that pattern is exactly the same. It has the same little notches, little bumps, little divots. No difference at all. There's no way a person, well, I mean, it's possible, but for a person to go in and make two different ones but have them be this identical without a mold. I'm definitely excited about trying to figure out, you know, how the texture comes into play. I did one, this Kershaw Cinder. Whoops. Wow. Fail. Tiny little thing on my huge hands. But notice how it's got like a recessed kind of a line in there. And it seems that all of the blue really developed down into that groove. So I'm interested to see, is there going to get more blue developments or different colors in the lower sections of the cracks versus the upper sections or the top? Maybe it was just a coincidence with this one here, but it looks like it wanted to kind of follow and hang out down in the lower areas a little bit more. But we will do some tests, check it out, see what we can get. This has just got so much more of a ting on that first, right there. How did they do that? This is still there, but I'm wondering if it's almost the copper itself, because there's got to be something that's creating the sound, the echo, the reverberation of sound or whatever, and I'm assuming it's going to be these scales. Something about that hollowness creates that nice click. I like it. This still has one, just faint. All right, let's get them all out. Apta 1, Apta 2, Apta 3. Oof. This one just feels like just a daily carry user. I wouldn't even think twice about this. Someone said, hey, here you go. And I'm like, oh yeah, this feels nice. I'm a little subject to the micarta and the worn, excuse me, wow, Warncliffe blade. Pardon my... All right, so yeah, there we are. They are all about the same. It's a 6.5 inch blade or knife with a 2 3/4 inch blade, 3 3/4 inch on the handle. You can watch my first Apta video if you want a little bit more of a breakdown. But now I have 3. Stay tuned. We'll be doing the Shipwreck of those very soon. Excited about that. Excited about this knife and slip joints just in general. I've been carrying more of them, adding them to my collection. It's fun. How many do you have? Do you have an Apta? What do you think about it? Does yours make a ting like mine does? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.